I appreciate books in wartime that can give you hope as well as show the dark and despair of those days. At the end of the day, these characters, and even the people in these situations have seen the light at the end of the dark tunnel that they are fighting to reach, which is such an inspiring thing that I like most. If you like the book Thief and searching for more books like it, then this video is for you. Here we researched some books from historical fiction genre and some books from young adult fiction genre. We also include some books that are written by authors like Markus Zukas. Before that, we want to share a short summary of the book Thief with you. The Book Thief Summary. This book centers around a young girl, Liesel Nieminger, a brave and humane flowing stunning character that you immediately love. Liesel is being transported alongside her brother to a new family and on this train ride. Sadly, her brother passes away. When they dig his grave and burn his body, Liesel picks up a book off the floor. This is where the whole story begins, with Liesel finding these books and stealing them for herself, learning to read, learning the stories, and you will follow her story throughout World War II. It is such a simple premise. You don't expect this book to pull your heartstrings so much, to open your mind to what it was like during World War II. But you'll know about many things that you haven't heard that happened during the war. Here are 5 books similar to The Book Thief that written by authors like Markus Zukas. Salt to the Sea, by Ruta Sepetys. This book is set in 1945 and follows 4 teenagers, and they all are on 4 different journeys. Some of their paths cross, and some of them don't. Wilhelm Gustloff is a big ship promising freedom and harboring for these refugees trying to escape during the war. Our 4 characters are trying to get to this boat or are already on this boat, and you will know about how they got there and the secrets they keep, and the friendship they make along the way. There are some challenging leading moments in this book. Salt to the Sea is a perfect choice for you if you are looking for books like The Book Thief, because this book is set in the time of World War II, and this book shows the terror of war during the time. Shades of Grey, by Ruta Sepetys. This book is about 15-year-old Lena, and she is just preparing for her school. There was a knock at her door late at night. Police came in and took her mother, her brother, and herself. They haul her into a train and take her to Siberia, where there is a camp there that she will get locked into. Sadly, her father is separated from them, and Lena desperately keeps herself alive and her family. In this book, you also follow a romance story. Lena was one of the first people to be taken to the camp. So you know how it was like in the very beginning days and how people were treated. Some of the sentences and situations that did happen in this book are horrifying. The Tattooist of Auschwitz, by Heather Morris. This book is about 2 people locked in the Auschwitz camp. The author Heather Morris has gone up to the man in the story, Lael, a tattooist, and she asking that she wants to write his story. You follow Lael in this book, who is a tattooist of Auschwitz. He gets dragged to this camp, and when he is given the position to be a tattooist, he decides to take it and claim it. His job is to tattoo the numbers on every single Jew that comes through the gate. During this time, he managed to tattoo a young woman's arm that he'd precisely fallen in love with. The Love That I Have, by James Maloney. This book is about Margot, and she has just taken up a job in the mailroom of a big concentration camp. However, she is not aware of how bad these concentration camps are, how the people are treated there. One day, Margot is sitting there when her boss comes in and tells her to burn every single one of the letters. She was supposed to post those letters on that day. The letters are from prisoners who write to their families or their loved ones. When she realizes that the people within her job are evil, she decides to steal the letter and read them herself. She begins to form a connection with certain prisoners of the camp. The War That Saved My Life, by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. This book is not based on any concentration camp but is based on a foster family, much like Liesel's story. This book is about Ada, who is a 10-year-old girl and was born with a deformity. She has clubfoot rejoins that she can't walk properly, and her foot is going on an ankle. During World War II, when everything is going down, she can't escape. Her mother is ashamed of her. So her mother doesn't let her leave the house. So Ada is locked in a small apartment. When the war sirens start going off, she knows that she needs to escape. Sadly, Ada's brother Jamie, who was her mother's pride and joy, has been evacuated. He gets locked in a train, and Ada decides that despite her mother's humiliations, she is going to leave too. So, these are the books that we highly recommend for you who love the book The Book Thief and looking for some similar books. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down below. We'll try to check them and add them to this list.